Hey everybody, and welcome to my video review of the Walking Dead Season 5 finale, Conquer. At this point, spoilers are given. If you haven't seen the episode yet, then just stop watching this now and go watch it, because seriously, I don't know how you don't know what's happened already. In this episode, my review here, we're going to be talking about everything that happened in this episode, and I'm going to have some very special little guests that are going to help me prod me along with their thoughts on what happened in this episode as well. The episode starts off with Morgan, of all people. He is now apparently a Jedi. He has excellent bow staff wielding ability, so either that or he's now Donatello from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and hiding in his shell somewhere. But apparently he is now a complete and utter badass who travels the realm with knowledge and a love of life, and he will give you his food happily, but if you try to take his life, he will hurt you badly. So that's an interesting kind of arc for the character, and I'd love to know how that happened, because the last time we saw him, he's kind of cuckoo pants nuts, and we didn't really know what was going on with him after the fact that we found out that he had to kill his own son after his son's mommy bit him and turned him into a zombie. As the episode progresses, at this point, we know that Rick is in trouble since he and Porch Dick went to blows. Porch Dick is actually named Pete. Pete is Porch Dick, and forever will he carry that moniker. Rick is now at the mercy of the town and Alexandria, and he is going to have to win them over after going cuckoo pants full-on Shane. Rick did, in fact, go on full-on Shane, but he won't admit it, and it's kind of interesting to see his character sort of become the same as the man that he ended up killing, lusting for another man's wife, just survival of the fittest, admitting, he knows this now. And the interesting thing is, he just doesn't really see the parallel. Now, yeah, Porch Dick beats his wife. Rick did not beat up Lori, but it's the same thing. So it's kind of an interesting take there on that. So as the episode progresses, he admits to Michonne, and as does Carol and company admit to Michonne that they have been hoarding guns just in case. So that's one of the main centerpieces of the episode. The other thing that I found interesting was the relationship of Daryl and Aaron as they go out and do their runs together, and they end up, thanks to the wolves, in a very, very bad situation, trapped in a car together. And it's kind of interesting that you have this character that you would think, if his brother were around, he would not be very pleased with how chummy Daryl is becoming with the gay couple in town, Aaron and his boyfriend. And when they're entrapped in the car, wait a minute, what is this? What is this? Wait, little Merle has something to say. What is that, little Merle? Really? Yeah, I kind of thought that too. Little Merle is saying that as they were trapped in the car and they were trying to find a way to block the view of the windows, that, little Merle, in his very uncouth way, says, they could have made out in the car, and that would have steamed up the windows. Yeah, that came into my mind too, little Merle. I know. It's all good. But yeah, little Merle and I agree. Steaming up the windows would have worked, Daryl. That would have worked. That would have blocked their view and probably caused every slash fic writer fangirl in the country to either die or implode, and the other half of the country would have went crazy balls, and Indiana may have blown up. But yeah, so that was an interesting thing, and of course, I was this whole episode thinking that Daryl was going to bite it. I thought for sure Daryl was going to go down, and possibly it might have been by the hand of Negan, but Negan didn't show up in this episode. So here's hoping. John Hamm next year. Come on, baby. Next season. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. And then of course, badass Morgan shows up and just blows through everybody. So that was interesting. Oh wait, I have another. There's another. What? Hi, Governor. Baby Governor. What do you have to say? That's right. Baby Governor says the wolves are a bunch of rip-off assholes because I used zombies first as weapons. And it's true, you did, didn't you? I know you did. Baby Governor used them first, and with more style. I miss you, Baby Governor. I know. Oh, I love you too. So that was interesting, but I have to say, like, one of the best things this season has been Carol. And I think a lot of people agree with me on that Carol is absolutely one of the coolest parts of the season. And Carol and Pete and the come at me bro scene forever. Honest to God, Carol, I would switch teams for you at this point. You are awesome and badass, and out of everybody in this show, I would put my money on you for keeping me alive. I would hitch my horse to that wagon. Just saying. Daryl, no. Carol, yeah. But yeah, the rest of the episode is you have the parallel between Rick fighting the zombies that, oh God, Father Gabriel, I just want him dead at this point. He's dead weight. He really is dead weight. No joke. But I'm just really, really tired of the character. He's just becoming a pain in my ass. But he leaves the gate open because he's on some, I don't know what's going on, thing. And, he just needs to get over himself at this point. I think at the end of the episode, we get that with him. We get the closure. The other piece of this that, I found interesting was Sasha. Sasha has probably, we haven't really, I don't know, a lot of people haven't been paying that much attention to Sasha, but we've seen her slowly downward spiral at this point with everything that's been going on in the loss. And I think this episode, oh, hold on a minute, I got another little visitor. Oh, it's little baby Daryl. Hi, Daryl. I know. I said that about Carol. I'm sorry. Yeah, you know it's true. That's good. At least you know. But what were you saying? Little Daryl says, people think I smell bad, but Sasha probably will give me a run for my money after laying on top of a pile of corpses. Yeah, Daryl, I think you got that one. That one's good. Yeah, I'll put you over there with Merle. But yeah, after laying on top of a pile of corpses and looking very serene about it, we can pretty much admit that Sasha has went around the bend, and hopefully the ending scene with her and Maggie and Gabriel show that maybe she's coming in back out of this darkness that she's found herself in. But that was a really effed up scene, I'm not gonna lie. So towards the end of this episode, with, you know, Rick has pretty much won over everybody with the fact that he's still doing what he's supposed to. He protected the town, and his group has sold Alexandria on the fact that they need them. And of course, I was starting to ask, I'm like, it's a Greg Nicotero directed episode. Someone's going to die. And I don't think it's going to be Glenn, even though that was just a ham-fisted kind of a thing with Glenn. I don't know that whole fight that happened, but I kept saying, where's Porch Dick? Something's going to happen with Porch Dick. It's gotta happen. It's gonna happen. We gotta just know it. It's gonna happen. So, of course, Porch Dick shows up, and he somehow got Michonne's sword, which I was like, oh, hey, there you go. And, oh no, something bad is going to happen. And within the last couple of minutes, as is the wont of The Walking Dead, someone had to die, and oh, wait, what's this? The disembodied head of Herschel. Oh my God, what? Yeah, I'm sorry. disembodied head of Herschel says, those damn swords smart like a bitch. And Reg found that out the hard way. I don't know what it is with Michonne's sword, but it's a bad, bad thing for people that are very, very positive and very smart, and the older, well-known, well-read person. And yeah, that's right, Disembodied. We miss you. Miss you, Herschel. Disembodied head of Herschel says, yes, they hurt, and they don't end well for the people that are in the receiving end of it. So, bye, Reg. And of course, that leads to Deanna going, do it. And Rick, without hesitation, blows that porch dick's head off right there. And that was the end of the episode, other than, Morgan shows up with Daryl and Aaron. And it was interesting. And a lot of people were like, is he blind? No, you're getting him confused with the Book of Eli. But it was a great episode. It was not at all what I was expecting the finale to be, at all. I thought main characters were going to go out, and that's typical. You got precedent there, Greg Nicotero and Walking Dead. But I loved it. I thought it was great. I really enjoyed it. It set up the next season well. It had a lot of tension. Yes, it was 90 minutes, and yes, that included 15 extra minutes of commercials. You had to felt that when you were watching it. But I really, really enjoyed it. I loved the characters in it. Again, Carol, like I said, boom, my woman, she's gonna mess you up. And Daryl lived. Who knew? My money would have been on that one going out. So for real. But yeah, I am so stoked for the next season. It ended on a great, great episode. Nicotero is knocking him out of the park with when he directs. When you see him on there, stuff's gonna go down. The other bit that was kind of neat, but very, very brief, was we got to see a little bit of Fear the Walking Dead. Very, very brief. Nothing of the show itself, just some stock footage looking clips and graphics, but it's coming, and I'm excited about that for sure. So with that, this has been my review of the season finale of The Walking Dead, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, Funko Pop, for taking my money and making me talk to little figures, because that's what you do. Yeah, so we will see you next week with another video and some other goodies, and don't forget to watch, or actually listen to, Fangirl Radio this week, because we're going to have Ted Raimi on, and it's going to be an amazing episode. So keep checking fangirlmag.com for news and articles, and keep checking back too for videos, and we will see you soon. Bye.